Hello everybody and welcome. This is Jeremy Moskowitz, Group Policy MVP and founder of PolicyPak software. And in this series of videos, we're describing how PolicyPak is the missing tool for VMware Horizon administrators. And in the last couple of videos, we've been demonstrating how PolicyPak works perfectly with ThinApp applications. The one video we talked about if you've got your ThinApp applications embedded in your image or on physical machines. In the second video we talked about ThinApp, we talked about how it works perfectly if you're using VMware View to assign those applications. And in this video, we're demonstrating how if you're using VMware Horizon Workspace, particularly the applications part of it, where you can sling VMware ThinApps to your members, then we also work perfectly there as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's take a look at my configuration. We'll start over here, I guess. So we're using the VMware Horizon configurator here, and we've got ThinApp packages, and those ThinApp packages have been allocated accordingly to and uploaded to the VMware Horizon Workspace server, and then they are entitled to the particular users that we want. So that's all done. The next thing you can see here is, well, what it looks like to the user. You can see this is West Sales User 1. He's logged on and he can see the ThinApp applications that he wants. Now, in the last video, actually, we already created a group policy object with PolicyPak directives in it, and you can see one of them is right here. So we said that we wanted to manage Acrobat 11 Real and ThinApp. And let's review how we did that. All we did was we went to the user side, PolicyPak node, went to applications, we went to new application and picked the application off the list. PolicyPak ships with over 100 pre-configured packs, and you can create your own if you want to. And then we configured Acrobat Reader, and we did some things like setting enable Acrobat JavaScript to disabled, actually. So we're unchecking that. We went to Security Enhanced, and we delivered that setting and also locked it down. We also went to Updater, and we set to do not download or install updates automatically. Again, we did this in the last video. So the result actually is exactly the same. Let me say that again. I'm not changing anything from the last video to this video. It's just linked over to our West Sales users using group policy the way administrators already know how to do. And let's go ahead and run Acrobat Reader 11 from our VMware Horizon Workspace, and let's see what happens. Okay, we can see Adobe Reader popping up, running, and here we go. Okay, so at this point now, PolicyPak has dynamically injected the directives that you want to manage this application. And PolicyPak will continue to work even if this computer goes offline, which is awesome for situations like this. So if we go to Edit Preferences, and we go to JavaScript, boom, this is PolicyPak delivering the setting of uncheck for Enable Acrobat JavaScript. And we've grayed out the setting so users can't work around it. If we go to Security Enhanced, right here, Enable Enhanced Security, PolicyPak has delivered the check mark and once again ensure that users can't work around it. Same thing for Updater. You know, if somebody forgot inside the package to configure do not download or install updates automatically, they'd have to take the package offline, tweak it, and then redeploy it. But then there's still nothing that prevents the user from actually making the changes, except for PolicyPak. That's what we're doing here. We're delivering the setting dynamically into the ThinApp package and ensuring users can't work around it. Now, the other thing I want to show you is Firefox. So by default, Firefox really doesn't have any configuration. So let's go ahead and run Firefox here, and let's take a look at the default configuration here. Here we go. Firefox is launching. So the kinds of things that people would want to set using group policy and ensure that these things are maintained are, for instance, items like the home page, security settings, and even about.config settings. Okay, and these are all settable using PolicyPak and group policy. So to do that, we'll go over back to the GPMC, and actually, you know, we've already got a group policy object that we set earlier for our VMware floating VDI, and it's called Manages Firefox for Real and ThinApp. Why don't we just go over to our West Sales desktops, and we will link an existing group policy object, and we'll manage Firefox Real and ThinApp. So we're just utilizing the group policy object that we created the last time. And if we just take a look at the settings report here, we'll see that we've got settings on the General tab. We're delivering PolicyPak.com, and we're also delivering some important security settings. And we can see that if we right-click, click Edit, and take a look at the computer side, PolicyPak Applications, and just dive in there and see our changes. Like the home page is set, and it's also locked down. We can go to the security settings, and we can see that we've delivered these settings and also locked them down. We can go to about.config and put in very important settings, for instance, for these about.config options. So these are all available to us if that's what we want to do. So now that that's done, we'll go over to our target machine. Because PolicyPak uses group policy, running GP update will embrace the latest, greatest PolicyPak group policy changes. And once those are locked and loaded, because this computer is in the right OU, it will get those directives. So PolicyPak can be used either on the user side, as we saw earlier when we were talking about Adobe Reader, and also on the computer side, as we're doing now with, say, Firefox. And that's it. We'll just go ahead and run Firefox here, and what we should see is PolicyPak delivering your IT managed settings into your VMware Horizon applications slung by Horizon Workspace. So there we can see Firefox launching, and already PolicyPak has dynamically injected the settings when we ran GP update. And that's it. So let's take a look. Let's go to Firefox options here. Oh, and there we go. We left off on the security tab, and we can see that PolicyPak has dynamically injected the settings and locked them down here. If we go to General, you can see also the home page has been set accordingly and dynamically and locked down. And if we go to about:config settings here, there we go. We can see that the one that we set, this network negotiate auth trusted URIS, is set accordingly to as we want. And that's it. So PolicyPak is really the missing piece for Horizon in terms of slinging applications whenever you want to use ThinApp. And that's why we have 3 videos on it. So if you've got them deployed into physical or virtual machines, if you're using VMware View to dynamically inject them, or you're using the Horizon Workspace, you can quickly and easily get your applications out there, plus manage those applications dynamically and perform lockout and insurance that users can't work around your settings. Okay, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and if you're looking to get started with a trial, we're here for you. Thanks so much, and talk to you soon.